Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well. There has been a small change to advertised schedule due to some tech issues. It's me instead of Kate. But I have lots of exciting stuff to share, so I hope you're excited. Oh, I don't know why my thing is beeping at me. Did it flash for everybody then? Or was that all right? Whoop. Hello, hello, hello. I hope I'm not going to have tech issues now. That would be really annoying. I'll shut all of the other windows just so that I don't get weird blips. Oh, it flashed. Yeah, it disconnected from my Mac very quickly. But I don't know why. Who can say? Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully it won't do it again. I think it's just a dodgy connection. Oh, and then it happens again. It's like it's listening to me. Hey, look at what it says. I'm just going to unplug it and plug it in again. It may be because I don't have the appropriate cable. Hold on, one sec. We're connected via a dongle rather than directly into the computer, so I'm just going to connect directly in. You go there, and you go right here, because I've got good stuff to share and I want you all to see. Right, let's see how we go with that. Fingers crossed. Allow. Okay, can everybody see? Are you all right? Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Right. Got new stuff to share. Got big new stuff, medium new stuff, and also the Themebox. So I have a feeling this may end up being a demo new stuff rather than me actually getting anything done in my journal, but we'll see how we go. So I've got a few new things. If you've been following along on social media, you'll know that we had some upgrades to our website that took a little bit longer than we planned, but hopefully it's all for the best, and the website is, touch wood, where's some wood, functioning so much better. It's much faster. We've got a functioning filter. Everything seems to be as it should be currently. So although it was 2 weeks of incredibly stressful times, it's done now. So hopefully that's all good. I had a few days off last week, which were really needed. And I feel refreshed, and I have a whole bunch of stuff on my to-do list for next week that hopefully I can get through rather than faffing with website. We have our pocket journal launch to everybody on Monday. We'll be opening up new slots to the big one on Thursday. All the stuff for the big one is being ordered and it's looking incredible. It's a really fun theme. And then what I wanted to show you was the stuff that should have gone on sale tomorrow, but we just needed to catch up. So didn't have time to do the appropriate pre-launch fandango with them all. So thought I'd delay it till next month, give us a bit of breathing space. So the first thing that I wanted to show you was the bullet journal accident kit. Now, I've wanted to do this for ages and we just haven't got round to it. And it's a really simple thing, but I think it'll be a game changer. And I will show you how I use it. So inside your accident kit, you get 6 sheets of dot grid sticker paper. So they are super easy sticker sheets essentially. But we have taken off the center and side center marks just because when I was trialing it, I found that they kind of hindered the usefulness of it, because what we would use this for is covering a mistake in your journal. So let me grab a journal and then I can yeah, the accident tin was excellent. Although we loved it and it didn't really sell as much as I thought it would. I think because people don't actually want to celebrate their accidents. So we've kind of gone with a different way. Let me show you a page where I can cover a mistake. I think my cat might be throwing itself at the door. So the idea is that you'd use your ruler to measure the size of the space that you want to cover. So for this one, it's 14 dot spaces. And then I'm just going to grab some scissors. So actually, this C is, let's do this because this is a better example. This C, I messed up. I was trialing one of our new stencils and I messed it up. So I want to cover that, and it is just shy of 3 dot grid spaces, if you can see there. So what I would do is take my dot grid paper, and this actually is quite a good one because it goes up to the edge. So I want 3 dot grid spaces, which is this wide, and it's 3, maybe 4 down. I don't know if that is the cat. It might be the wind. So what I'm going to do is go either side of the holes. So 1, 2, 3. So we're just so you can see that I've lined up the dots so they're going to be in the right place. I've actually gone 1 too high, so it's going to be like that. I can cut that bottom row off, and then to position it you can use your ruler. I'm just going to peel the back off. I have to hold that closer to my face because I've left my glasses downstairs. Oh, that's my bin going for a Burton. Don't know if you heard that. Sorry, just doesn't help that I can't see. So what I would do is just line it up on there because it enables you to see where you're putting it and make sure you're getting it in the right area. See that? And then what I would ordinarily do, let me show you up close, is go over the letter beforehand with some like Tipp-Ex, and then you can't see it at all. And then if I go over that and do that C again, you won't see it, and it kind of makes it an invisible mend. What do you think? Usable? You can also do bigger pieces, but the ruler just helps you position it, and then you can line the dots up to make sure that you're getting like your dots aren't in all the wrong places. And we spent ages making sure that the dots on this should be a similar colour to the dots on your actual journal. It should all be nice and easy to use. And once you start using it, which I have done, you kind of need to use it all the time. There's so many times. And I know you can kind of see it now. Yeah, white jelly roll pens can also be used as corrector pens. If you've got something dark, definitely go over it with Tipp-Ex or any sort of corrector first. But if you haven't got a dark thing, or you're going to go over it again, then you don't need to worry. And then once you've done the letter over the top of that, you pretty much can't see it. And I think I showed you before in this one. This is where I was using it to test it. This is corrected, so you see once you get close up you can see it. These two are corrected. So it's just nice if you happen to mess up stuff. It's a handy little tool. So that is going to be, oh, nope, where did I put it? That'll be on sale in April. We should have all of the dates going out this week. And the other thing we've got coming up is our stationery themed launch. So we've got some new stickers. So this is a sheet of the stationery gang. So these have all got faces. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you've got 8 of each of the 5 characters. Then we've done a sheet of just highlighters. So these don't have faces. You could use those for a stationery theme, or you could use them for like a pen test page. And then we've got a page of pencils. Oh, there, I knew we had an extra one. Then we've got a page of fountain pens, all different colours. Then we've got a page of gonks with pens and pencils. And then we've got 2 different fonts. We've got apricots in headers. These aren't in the right order either. Back to front. So days of the week, dates, months, functional headers, and then the same in Love Bujo, days of the weeks, dates, months, and functional headers. So that's the April launch, which is this and this. Just going to move that over there. Any questions thus far? Just going to have a drink of coffee. Next thing to show you is an exciting thing, and I'm just going to move this and then we'll do some journaling. So those of you that are VIPs would have seen the first iteration of this, but been back to the drawing board, and I think this is the final version, but I'm excited to share it. So this is our journaling. Oh, I'm going to need to go further out, aren't I? Oop. This is our journaling tote bag, not tote bag, like carry bag, cross shoulder. So these are a little while off yet, because these are just the final samples. So now they're going to go into production. So it's going to be at least a couple of months. We're probably looking at, where are we now? End of March, end of April, end of May. Hopefully for summer would be good. So this one, what we've changed is we originally had the logo. Oh, in fact, I can show you. This was sample number 1, and we had the logo printed directly onto the bag. Didn't really like how big it was. Oop. So changed that, and it's now on a little square. I don't know what you call that. So it's like stitched onto a square. We've turned the bag upside down. So if you remember, the handle was here, and when you opened it, it opened the bottom. Now, where the handle is, that's where it opens. So if it's over your shoulder, you'll be able to open just the top and pop your mobile in or whatever. So cat hair on it already. So that's what we've changed. We also changed the depth. So this was the original. Oh, too close. This was the original depth. God. On the left hand side is the original depth. Made it deeper. So you've got your top of your bag with your handle. On the back of the bag, we've got a pocket and then some stuff. We've changed the handle. So you've got this lovely patterned handle. And then when you open, we changed the way round this is. So originally, I'm going to show you. Originally this was this side, and we found that it was getting in the way of like opening it. So let me grab some washi. Let's fill it up. So whoop. Your washi goes here. It's deeper, which is obviously a good thing. So let's put my journal in. You've got a big pocket and two smaller pockets to fill however you wish. I'm going to put my journal in. You can see that you could easily fit 2 journals, should you wish, or a journal and a tablet, for example. You can then put some stuff in here. So let's put some stuff in there. I haven't actually tested that it's big enough for combos, but that's good. It is. Should have tested that before I did it on the stream. And then you can connect your bag. So either I would have it this way, so that when you open it out, you can access your pens. You can put stuff on there and you can close that. Ta-da! And it's not full at all, to be fair. So that is the first thing I wanted to show you. What do you think? Improvements good? Please say yes. I'm really happy with this now. And the idea is that you can go cross shoulder, so you can carry it like a handbag. I've got very similar handbags to this. I've got one that's purple and I've got one that's silver. But you've got the nice classic black. This can be made long, so it's crossbody, or you could just carry it like this if you're carrying it around the house. However you wish. So I'm really happy with what they've done. I think this looks really good. So they are cracking on with manufacture, but I've got another surprise. Which is this. So didn't go for purple because, well, we've got a lot of stuff in purple. So I wanted to do a colour that I think will be popular from a bag point of view, which is a really nice teal colour. My nails clashing against it. So as well as the black, we're going to have the teal as an option. All of the detailing is the same essentially, but just in a different colour. So the inside is like this. So same details as before, but with teal instead. You've got the pencil case. This is a spacey pencil case as well. You can put loads in there. So yeah, I think I would be using it mostly to like keep my journal and all the stuff for that month in it, so that I can like carry it downstairs and do journaling where I want. And I will probably have a second one to keep my gardening and my film journal and all of the stuff that I use, because I tend to have like one font, like a selection of washi that I use for those. So I think it would be good to have them all together. So depending on which one you like, we obviously have limited colours of both because they take a long while to make. We've got our black one and we've got, they're exactly the same size. It's only because that's been filled with stuff. And it's got the same logo situation, slightly different pattern to the strap. I mean, you could take that pattern, that strap off and put it on that one if you wanted. You can switch them, put that one on there if you get both. So that's our bag, and they are being manufactured now. So as I say, we're probably looking at summer before they are going to be available to purchase. But I think they've come out great, and they're much, I like the improvements that we've made. I think they make them much more usable. So that's that. What else have I got to show you? God, this is heavy. Got all my stuff in it, didn't I? No, I need it back. So I'll probably be using this for the next while, just testing it, giving it a little test run. Testy Rooney. This is a B5 journal as well, so it's big enough for B5. If you have an A5, then you've got loads of room. You can put all sorts of stuff in it. And I think we got asked before if it was big enough for a folder. So let me show you that it is if you want that and that. You've got enough room for a folder and a journal. There's still room in there, that's not packed, but there you go. Aren't they lovely? Can we see an A5? You can. So you've got a ton of room if you've got the A5. I mean, you could also do the A5 that way. So you could put, I don't know what you want to put in there. Hold on. Just put you back on. What else might we want to put in there? Let's see if I can put two A5s. You can fit two A5s that way, and another pencil case. Sorry, I've moved it. It's definitely got enough depth for two journals if you wanted to put two journals in there. You could put your Dymo and a hole punch. I don't have any pocket journals handy. Otherwise, you totally could fit a couple of extra I mean, you could fit that and a pocket journal. They're spacey. That's the one of them to be big enough for you to carry like your day-to-day. Depending on the size of your laptop, it might also fit like a small laptop. Doesn't fit mine, annoyingly. But it does fit an iPad. So yeah, lots of room. They are coming this summer. Have I messed with my... This is all askew now, isn't it? That's straight. Straight-ish. Any questions before I go on to my next thing? Good for journaling if you're taking it on holiday with you. It could be good carry on. Like a journal, your essential stencils and stuff, pens, pencils, washi tape. Take it on the plane if you're lucky enough to go on a plane. So that's the next one. And then I was going to do a little unboxing of our Blooming Marvellous box, which is this month's Themebox. So if you are still waiting on that for any reason and you don't want spoilers, oh, I've just spoiled things. Sorry. There's going to be spoilers now. So let's have a looky. This theme was very popular. We've upped our numbers and we're almost sold out again. Okay. Get it in order. So we've got a postcard, which is very cute. I like this font too. So postcard, dashboard, with some ways to use your stencils. I wanted the stencils first. There they are. I'm going to turn that over and use the back of my journal. So stencil number 1. I thought this could be used for a monthly spread where you have a shaped day. So I think we've done that as an example here, like this. And we've suggested that you use inks through these instead of solid outlines if you wanted to do something a little bit different. And then we have this pattern which you can use across parts of your page, or you could do it like this and do it with the full page covered in a pattern. Alternatively, you could draw around these and you could use it as a habit tracker because there are 31 things on this page. So if you wanted to do something a bit different, you could do. You also get the uppercase font included, I believe, which is this one. I like this font. It's really fun. I've also brought home the lowercase, which is available in the subscriber shop. Looks like this. And then we've got some lovely stickers. So we've got a sheet of days, and although they look like they've not got that much shape to them, where's my... Need a pair of tweezers. Hold on. I'll do one of the ones that is... You'll see that there's like an outline in order for the whole sticker to be. So this is how they look. She's cute. So they're slightly different shape to what it appears on the sheet. And then you've also got this, which is another sheet that looks like this. So this looks like it's going to be a big blob, but actually, let me show you. Looks like this instead, because it's got all of that outline on it. So you've got a whole bunch of florals and you've got 2 tabs, and then you've got a couple of quotes, which is really cute. And then the Super Easy sticker sheet is like a weekly spread, a really easy weekly spread. Or you could use it as a gratitude tracker, or like a good memory from the day, however you felt. And then you'll see that inside the box we had stuck this, which is a little extra challenge. List 10 flowers or plants that are also named. Daisy is one, and I've got a cat called Flora, which is not a flower or plant, but it is definitely in that era. I had a cat called Buttercup too. So I feel like that's an easy challenge, but maybe try and get some slightly more unconventional ones. You're all very quiet today. Oh, I haven't shown you. And then the accessory was this purple dot grid, very chunky sticky note, post-it notepad. So they're adhesive from here. Which is the same colour purple. And then we have our washi tape, which is adorbs. Hold on, let me show you. Get the box open. So this is the washi. Isn't that sweet? Lovely for this time of year. Spent the whole afternoon in the garden yesterday. Absolutely knackered my back. So what I might do is set up my weekly spread. Hello, hello, hello. So I want to leave a page for a memory spread from my week away, and I'm going to do it here. Right. Let's think. We don't have any inserts for the Traveller's Notebook, I'm afraid. We have A5 like planner inserts. We haven't gone into the realm of Traveller's Notebook yet. Right. So I'm going to use my weekly boxes because they are my favourite. And I might do what I call the horizontal week. Let's grab a pen. Should work. Okay. Let's see if I've got any ink in. Actually, I know I'm doing that wrong immediately. That's what I want. So I made like a mini wildlife pond in my garden yesterday out of a half barrel. And as I was filling it up, Elvis was jumping on the side and drinking out of it. So not the wildlife that I was hoping to attract. He likes gardening, so he spent the entire day following me around the garden while Flora and Freckle slept. Good job I got Elvis, who is my cat, for those of you who are new here. Did all of the subscribers see the theme for the big one for the next quarter? And are you excited, skeptical, unsure? What are your feelings, thoughts and feelings? can I use a highlighter with the pen ink? This pen? Yes, I believe so. Hold on. Let me test it on another page. That's smudged. The Tombow, no. But I don't think I've been using a Tombow. Maybe that was too quick. Let's try a couple of other things. Highlighter. Summer of Love is the theme. It's a little bit smudgy. But I think I probably leave it longer than this normally before I highlight. Let's try the Tombow again and give it a fair shot. The best of the three is the mild liner, I would say, which is the middle one. If you do it the other way around, let's see. Is that? If you're doing it as a header, that's probably a better way of doing it. Yes, the next big one theme is Summer of Love. I can share with you the oh dear. Let's share with you the theme. Share screen, share screen, share screen. So if you are a subscriber, here is where you, so if you go to my account, subscriber zone, you'll be able to see this is our color palette, and then the theme is Summer of Love. And it's all about self-love and positivity for the summer. So if you are a subscriber currently and your subscription is active, the payment will be taken on the 1st of April. If you are a subscriber and your subscription is on hold, you need to unhold it before the 1st of April in order for payment to be taken. And then once we've got all of our subscriber payments, we'll know how many extra slots we have available, and we'll open that up on Thursday the 3rd at, I believe it's 6 p.m. We'll be sending out information. This is our concept of what will be going on this time. So the concept is good vibes only, and the big one, the quarterly box, is Summer of Love. And we have some really fun stuff coming, already ordered for this one. Lovely colours, really summery, and then all the information is there. If you're not a subscriber, you won't currently be able to see this because we will make it visible for everybody after the subscriptions have all gone out and once we know where we're at with everything. Oop, that's my Facebook. Go back to that one. There we go. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun with the hippie vibes for this quarter. Right, I need my daisy washi tape. Where did I put my daisy washi tape? I suppose I could use bees. I'm going to do this one for a change. You hear all the stuff being blown about in the wind. Is it windy where you all are? I've realised I've left my pen downstairs. I think that's someone else's bin that's gone for a better. Anna says, any news on the stencil images? Stencil images. Remind me what that is about. I'm going to cut away the middle sections, by the way. I'm not just leaving it like this. It's just because I haven't got my pen knife handy. I'll go and grab it in a minute. Maybe I could use this. Remind me what stencil images you're waiting for, Anna. Use my pocket journal. Okay. Yes, we will be doing it so that they each have just the stencil as their main image. However, it's taken a bit of a backseat. The classic stencils we are working on first, but again, priority this week is getting all of the stuff ordered for the next quarter of the big one. Next quarter of the Themebox. Once that's done, then we will be working our way through the classic stencils, getting the cheat sheets done, and then changing all the icons. We'll do it once the cheat sheets are done, because there's no point doing it beforehand, because we've made some tweaks to some of the stencils. So hopefully this month we'll have classic done. Super easy should already be done. And then font we will do after that. But yeah, basically we spent 2 weeks doing nothing else but website stuff, so everything else has had to take a back seat, because website was first, and then all of the product-based stuff, the subscription-based stuff, has to be, there's a timeline on that, whereas there isn't a timeline as much as it's a nice to have, it's not a have to have. Right. So I need my stickers. Where are you? Here. there is only me and Kate that does all of that stuff, so it does cause a bit of a bottleneck when we have to dedicate a lot of time to that kind of thing. Basically had like a week where all day, every day, I don't want that, I want it in the middle, till like 10, 11 o'clock at night, I was on a chat with one of various support people. Very stressful. Which is why I was very glad to have a little holiday this week, which if there was a way of cancelling it, I probably would have done, because I still had loads to do, but it was good to have an enforced break. And then I got back on Thursday and spent until quite late trying to catch up with the VAT return, because that needed to be in. Run a small business, they said. So this is staying the last month's theme, even though we're going into the next month, because I haven't had a chance to set up my journal yet, and I don't have time this week, so I need to be able to use it. So I'm really not precious about like if something falls under one theme or another. The most important thing is that I can use my journal. It's Tracy's birthday this weekend. Anyone that's had the pleasure of talking to our customer service, that is Tracy. I didn't put these in here. I want to. So my job for this afternoon is to get the remainder of the VAT return done, so that when I go in the office tomorrow, I can crack on with some slightly more fun things, content-based things, rather than being drowned in VAT return. 16. Just filling these in because I did this weekly spread and didn't have the stickers with me when I did it, so I thought I would quickly whip them in there. Tax return is May for us, like end of tax year is May, but we do ours quarterly. Do you do yours quarterly? Which means all of my stuff has to be settled and balanced each quarter, which is not a very fun job. Like every different account that we have, like Amazon, PayPal, Stripe, wholesale, like for Fair, the bank, Okay, so this is what I've got so far. Then I would like to do a rolling to-do list, I think. Yeah, it's the number of accounts to reconcile that is like, and the fact that like we have a lot of receipts to add, VAT receipts for, and some of them will be in my email, some of them will be in Tracy's email. So it's like some of them never send a VAT receipt. Go hunt the receipts, which is not fun. And then once you've hunted the receipts, then see if it actually reconciles, which almost never does. So I'm doing a little rolling to-do list, which is one of my faves for when I'm busy. And I really wanted to get it done before I went on holiday because I knew that it would be stressing me out. But the website didn't play ball, so we couldn't. So it's one of them. I always leave it to the last minute because I hate it. It's a job that I really don't enjoy. Which pen is that? It is the Pentel Energel. It's a needle tip, 0.5. It's a really nice pen to use. The good thing about being VAT registered, of which there are very few, is that because it forces me to do it every quarter, therefore the actual tax return, not the VAT return, is easier because it's kind of done. So that's good, at least. I feel like this needs some decoration. Queen Bee, would you wish to be here? Right, so I've left that blank because I'm going to do like a memory spread. The sheet of bees is one of my favourites of our new stickers. And the bee banks are also adorable. Okay, so at least I've got a nice little this. And then the other spread that I wanted to do, which is obviously going to be very niche to me, is a flow of our emails, and because we've got a lot of email flows now, thanks to lovely Katie Farrell, because we're updating them all, so I kind of want to track what we're updating. So I'm just going to open, what am I going to open? Notion, maybe? Because I think it will be really helpful to have, I've got it written in a list on the computer, but I'd like it visually so that I can see what I'm doing and where I'm up to. Where will we be? Where's my flows? Flows, version 2. There it is. Okay. We've got a crazy amount of email flows and they're being updated. So I've got how many? Z, X, Y, Z. 26. So can I make that bigger? Yes, I do. How's the best way to do this? So if I've got 26, what can I do? 1, 2, 3. I feel like it needs to be a Dutch door. You think? With maybe not. But maybe. Hmm. 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. How far up? Where's my pencil? That's not a pencil. Oop. Yeah, I can make this work. I can make this work. Okay. So I love that you talk yourself through what you're doing. I know. I feel like I have to, otherwise I can't like make a decision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are like baby flows. Might actually use If the prepay 12 months has finished, will it roll over and take the next 12 months? If your prepay was set up after we added the new system, then yes, it will. It should, if you have that, when you go into your account, it should say next payment to be taken, tell you the amount. If it doesn't say that, then it's likely, I'm trying to think what month it is now, March. I don't think we've done it yet. So it might be that you have the old version. The best thing to do would be to email Tracy. And then she can double check for you. So email flows are basically when certain things happen on the website, emails are triggered. So when you first sign up to the website, for example, you'll receive our welcome flow. If you sign up to a subscription, it will send you a flow explaining how to get the most out of your subscription. So we've just gone through and updated a lot of those and added in a whole bunch more. Which are kind of set up structurally, but a lot of them I need to go in and like actually write the content of the email. So and I just thought it would be useful for me to have it written down so that I can check them off as I go through and visually see that I'm making progress with it. We've also got a nice post-purchase flow, which means when you place an order with us, you get your receipt from us. Order confirmations, which have to be split out into, it's a very complicated flow of, is it a digital product? Is it a subscription? Basically, our flows are very complicated because we have a lot of different products. And if we sent a order confirmation that says your order will be sent, or we're packing up your order is being dispatched to a digital product, then there's confusion as to what have I ordered? Is it a digital product? So we have to kind of split out our things, and it's like a flow chart of like, is it this? Then send them this. Is it this? And send them this. It's so complicated, which is why we have quite so many flows. G H I J. Okay. There are two that I can split. Yeah, the last two. I feel like some arrows are going to need to come in here so that I can see how it works. How many of you use your journal for sort of work projects like this, or do you tend to stick to like weeklies, monthlies, quote pages, that kind of stuff? Would this be like a notebook project or? I just feel like even though I have this written down in a list on Notion, having it written out kind of clarifies where I'm at with everything. God, I've got a lot of emails to write. Makes you go a bit email blind after a while. So your sunset flow is basically anyone that has not interacted with your emails for a long time. Gives you an opportunity to say, hey, you're still there, you're still interested. And if they aren't, then you can kind of remove them off of the list, because you don't want a list full of people that aren't interested, for various reasons. Sending lots of emails that people don't open affects how your emails perform. Like, email providers see you as not really something that people are interested in, and therefore puts you in the junk automatically. So you want to have a list that people are interacting with your emails, so that they get marked as good emails. But you also want to have a list full of people that are interested, because you pay for your email list. So the more people you have is not necessarily, if you've got like 20,000 people but only 50 people open them, you're paying a lot of money to run a list that isn't really worth it. We're also adding in a nice couple of emails to remind people basically how to manage their subscriptions. So if you've paused, like, when do you need to unpause it? What happens next? And if you've cancelled, just to capture a bit of information about, like, why have you cancelled just your subscription? What could we do differently? Just because it's useful to us as a business. Oh, I've got these mixed up. Good job, I've got my thing. Okay. Having a very good opportunity to use this because I've got my flows mixed up. So let's do it. I don't know if this stuff is interesting to people, but this is what we are. This is where we are. So because I want to cover this, and this is 4 wide and this is 4 wide, what I tend to do is go slightly inside the dots. Because then I won't be covering over the lines. And then it's 3. And I'm just lining that up with the dots. There we go. And you could totally use like Tipp-Ex to go over this, but what I don't like is when you use Tipp-Ex, first of all, fine liners I don't think go well over Tipp-Ex. And also, if like me, you're a person that highlights things that you've done, like to mark them as done, you can't highlight over Tipp-Ex. So it doesn't really work. Why can't I see what I'm doing? Why don't I have my glasses? Oh, for goodness sakes. This helps if you don't have stupid nails as well. There it is. No, we don't have a price yet. More information will come towards when we are closer to having it in the building. I need to finalise all the shipping costs and things. That whole technique with the ruler is also really good for placing stickers if you want to place them accurately. Right. So you are... Yes, we'll probably have a refill kit at some point for the repair kit. Q. Although the ruler isn't charged in the kit, so maybe not. What was you? We might just have that you can say in the notes not to send one, just for making it easier from a having multiple lines kind of thing. I've done that in the wrong place again. Where's my S? Do I not have an S? Ooh. Come back to that. Right. Now, as far as I see, we don't have an S flow. So there you go. I'm going to do a nice little header. What time are we at? Perfect time. I'm just going to do a header. I think this is the right form. Some B's. What theme is everybody doing for April? Do you have any exciting themes happening? Gonks and travel. Lovely. Claire is using the super inky splatter. Tanya, anteaters in April showers. By the way, the April theme box is one of my favourites for a really, really long time. I hope that means everyone else will like it. And it's not a Humphrey the Camel situation. But it's very, very, very cute. Flapjack is a very cute pigeon. Glow up is 2 words, hyphenated word. Glow up, glow up. I'll look it up. Why are you not typing? Stupid Mac. Apparently I can't type anymore, so that's excellent. I'm going to do it as a hyphenated word. P, where are my P? Okay, that's a handy, not beautiful, but will be very useful spread. So that's good. Cool. Okay, before I skedads, any questions, thoughts, and feelings? You can go there. You will need to go back in my thing. All that over there. Okay. As it doesn't seem that anyone has any questions, I'm going to skedaddle and go and have some lunch. Thank you all for joining me today. I will catch you all at some point in April. We will have a schedule of everything at some point this week. Yeah, have a great Sunday. Have a great Mother's Day to all of you who celebrate. And we'll catch you again soon. Bye, 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 bye.